we have breaking news out of the Colorado Rockies as the club announced the appointment of new GM, Australian Aussie Villain. Now, Aussie is about to address the media, so let's cross and join in live. Something to drink? Yeah, mate, I'd love a Budweiser. Yeah, I guess Coors will do then. Yeah, thank you. Alright, thank you everybody. Thank you. And well, let me start by introducing myself. I am Aussie Villain, and I am delighted to say I am the new general manager here at the Colorado Rockies. Now, I'm really looking forward to getting started and getting this great club back to World Series glory. Huh? They've never won the World Series? Huh, really? Alright, do we have any questions? Yeah, man, Randy Rivers, a local sportscaster. So Aussie, what do you know about the Rockies, bro? Well, I now know that they've never won the World Series. So why did you come to Denver? Yeah, simple really, mate. I conducted a poll. This is where the people wanted me to be. And luckily for me, the owner agreed. So, bro, in the past, you've always worked with Bruce Crabb as your manager. Should Bud Black be worried about his job? No, not at all, mate. I've always given the current manager a chance before I bring Bruce in. So if Bud is winning, and if he doesn't annoy me, then he'll be the manager of this ball club. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain, and welcome to episode 1 at the Colorado Rockies. I am really excited for this. We're hopefully going to bring them a first ever World Series in the club's history. Now, off the top, we need to get the admin stuff done because it is a new series. If you please can hit the thumbs up for me, leave a comment, let me know how you think we'll get on, any moves we should make. All the sort of interaction helps get the video in front of new people, which for a new series is obviously very important. And if you are new, please do subscribe. Make sure you ring the bell to know when I upload new episodes. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays is when we'll be playing as the Colorado Rockies. So make sure you ring the bell to know when I upload any of these videos. Now, that is YouTube admin out of the way. Let's get to our Colorado Rockies. Now, I've got to admit, I know next to nothing about them. I know Jay Payton went there for a while. He's always a favorite of mine at the Mets. But that is literally all I know. Now, I do recognize a few names here. Daniel Murphy, we had him, if you followed some of the older series, I think we had him at the Mets, did we? But we don't look as though we have a particularly good team. We have two stars, Nolan Jesus Christ, Nolan and Trevor Story, who are obviously players we can build a team around. We have a good right fielder, it looks like, there in Charlie Blackerman, a decent relief pitcher. But yeah, there's a lot of work to be done here, I suspect. If we have a look, I mean, that we can see our top players. Marquez is a star as well, youngster, so he can improve a little bit. So he'll obviously be an important player for us. No top prospects. I've got to say that's slightly concerning. But it kind of just is what it is. Let's start by having a quick look at the messages that we've got here. We've got some goals for the season. Play close to 500. Sign Trevor Story to an extension. Oh, great. He's up at the end of the year, is he? 10 million a year. I mean, he's obviously decent, so we'll try and keep him if we can. And keep building a team to reach the playoffs in the next 4 seasons. So that is that. Villain takes over as the GM. And let's go and have a quick look then. We'll work our way down here. So let's have a look at our squad. What do we want to do? Probably want to do this one, don't we? And see what we have here in terms of star ratings. If we go... No, we'll stick to this one. So let's have a look here. We've got... Let's not do that. Let's... Professional. Let's have a look at the minor leagues first of all and see if we have any. How do I get that other list thing up? Here it is here. All right, we got there eventually. Let's have a look at potential and see what we have here. Okay, so there's a reason why there's no top prospects at the club. That is because there is no top prospects at the club. We've got a few potentially useful players, but not really anything that you'd say, yeah, let's look to build a team around them. So that's concerning. So let's have a look at what we do have then. Let's have a quick look at our starting rotation. We have Kyle Freeland, who looks decent enough. John Gray, who looks decent enough. Okay, I'm not hating what we're seeing from our starting rotation here. Jeff Hoffman is solid enough. I'm liking what I'm seeing from our starting rotation. We saw Marquez as decent already, and so that's 4 decent starters. And do we have a 5? Yeah, you got to say we do. So that is promising. That is very, very promising and relatively young as well, a lot of them. Have a look at the bullpen here. There's something we can work with. Bit of a strikeout merchant. Wade Davis is decent. A little bit older, but decent. He's on 17 million a year, free agent into this year. So we'll probably be letting him go at 17 million. Unbelievable. Carlos Estevez is solid enough. Now, of course, not these ratings may not sort of play out in reality, but we can only go by what we see here, and there's some decent looking guys here. Scott Oberg is very, very useful as well. We go down to Wes Parsons. Useful. I mean, we could probably improve on it, but it's useful. ERA I see there was just under 7 last year, so that's not great. A useful pitcher there in Pazos as well. Yes, I know I'm butchering a lot of these pronunciations. And Yaro Diaz, I'm going to say we can do better than that for a closer. I don't think he'll be closing up many games for us. So that's... I've got to say, I'm actually quite happy with that starting rotation. There's a lot to work with there. If we go and have a look at the actual starting lineup itself, we have Diaz as a catcher we'll say okay to be polite because we're new. Walters, Jesus Christ, so he's a good defensive catcher, but we could probably do with a new catcher. First base, Daniel Murphy. So I've definitely had him before. He's a little bit on the older side of things, but he's going to be useful for season 1. Garrett Hampson, a bit of a whip it around the bases, which you like to see. Possibly a leadoff man there. Not much home run power, but everything else there looks okay. Ryan McMahon looks again quite decent. So there's a lot to work with here. I've got to say I was a little bit fearful of what we were walking into. And thank you to everybody who did vote as well. It was the Rockies at the time when I think they're still at the most, but I let it go for a couple of days after we finished at the Blue Jays, and the Rockies were the winners. So big thank you for everybody who did vote. Story we've already seen, who is useful. Ian Desmond, solid, definitely solid. Matt Kemp, again decent. I think there's a lot to work with here. Let me know, as I said before, let me know what you guys think in the comments. But this is a lot better than what I was anticipating. A good center fielder there as well in Dahl. Good gap power. Decent on the bases as well. And Blackman is, again, not the best defensively, but not too bad as well. I'm quite happy with what we've got there, I've got to say. All right, let's go back here and have a quick look at team chemistry. We've got captains. We haven't got a leader. We've got some pranksters. We don't have any sort of dickheads in the team, for lack of a better term, so that's good. Let's have a quick look at... I want to have a look at the staff that we have. We have a little bit of money to spend for free agents, a little bit to spend on extensions. Whether we can get Story to an extension based off of that is going to be, well, we'll have to wait and see, won't we? Last season we had a losing record after 2 winning seasons, so that needs to obviously turn around a little bit. The owner is demanding, but he's happy with what we're doing so far, which is good because we've literally just shown up. We've got the accounting, salaries. I mean, there's some big-ish salaries. I can't believe Wade Davis is on so much, but he will be leaving at the end of the season on that much money. Upcoming free agents. Let's get all players and see. Matt Kemp is up, but he's 35, so that's if we are building for the future. So we could probably let him go. We'll definitely be letting the catcher go. But there's no real superstars there that are becoming free agents either. So that's good. We have a little bit of time here to build. Scouting I'm not too concerned about just now. Personnel's what I want to look at though. So let's have a look. Our assistant GM it's a fair reputation. I mean, the assistant GM doesn't really do too much, does he? So that's not the worst. Bud Black, this is the man we need to look at. Bud is quick to make substitutions if he thinks he can get a better man. Now, what I don't like about him already is there's a few things that he doesn't let us control. But as long as I can pick the lineups, which I may or may not be able to do, yeah, Bud may not be here for long. Warm up, Bruce. You might be coming in. He is average, isn't he? There's nothing there that makes you say we definitely need to keep him. But that's Bud Black. I'm concerned about this not letting me choose the starting lineup. So we'll wait and see exactly how much control that is. Mike Redmond is our bench coach. As bench coach, Hope as manager, he has a spotty track record. He has been at the Marlins as a manager previously, but not for a few seasons now. He favours pitching over hitting. That's all kind of is what it is. He's average as well. So we could definitely do a little bit better. But it could definitely be worse as well. Steve Foster, is the pitching coach. He loves to work with fireballers. He's not had consistent success. He's never had a job by the looks of things here. Relationships. So he's going to work well. We have some fiery pitchers, so that's good. I like my strikeout pitchers as well. Hitting coach, we've got Dave Magadan. He has big talent as a hitting coach. Still really unheard of. Doesn't come with a big reputation, but has big talent as a hitting coach. So that's fantastic. We might have ourselves a good one there. So that's good. He's got 2 years to run as well on his contract, so that's great. Scouting director, we'll take him. Thank you very much for that game. Bill Schmidt is very much, well, he's a star, isn't he? So that could help us hopefully unearth some hidden gems. And the team trainer, we could maybe do a little bit better than that. So we might look to move him on and see if there is something better that we can do. But we'll wait and see on that front. Now, for some reason, we don't have a spring training. We're at March 5th in game. We've got opening day coming up in San Diego. So that'll be next episode. We'll get the season underway proper. But I'm a bit annoyed we're not going to have a chance to really look at players. I don't know if there's a way to arrange a friendly game or something. But that's not ideal. But it kind of is what it is, isn't it? Let's have a quick look here. Is there anything we want to look at? There's all of that. Let's have a look at the ballpark. Now, I have been told that we've got a ballpark that's not going to be pitcher friendly, but it's going to be batter friendly. So that is, it does look quite batter friendly, doesn't it? So that's good. We'll get entertaining games hopefully. Retired numbers. The stars are Todd Hilton and Jackie Robinson. I don't think you're allowed to unretire Jackie Robinson's number, are you? I've never unretired a number. I wonder what would happen if we did that, but it's probably not a good way to endear yourself to the fans. Is we can retire numbers as well. Well, there we go. I didn't know you could do that. I'm still learning things on this game. I should say too, if you haven't already picked up on it, I'm not a baseball expert by any stretch of the imagination. So any feedback you have on what different players, I'm all ears. I'm going to mispronounce things. I'm going to get stats wrong. I'm going to do all those sorts of things. So yeah, if you're looking for a baseball connoisseur, I'm probably not your man. But hopefully we will have some fun, and we will, I'm hoping, lead these Rockies to a World Series. Now, we've got the Dodgers in our division, which is not going to be the easiest thing first up. But we'll see what we can do to take them down. But anyway, guys, short and relatively sweet today. We've got some injured players here as well. Who are these guys? Okay, Brendan Rodgers. When he's not managing Leicester City, he is a decent infielder. He is out 3 to 4 weeks, so he should be back for the start of the regular season. He's only young as well, so that's fantastic. I've got to say, I'm quite excited with this. Peter Lambert starting pitcher, strained forearm, 2 months till he's back, so he should be back at some point as well. Who's the other guy here? Justin Lawrence. Lacks a bit of control, maybe not one for us, but 3 to 4 months as well. So we won't build any plans around him. But there we go. That is it for today. If you have enjoyed this, as I said at the top, please do hit the thumbs up to like the video. It helps get the video in front of new people. And we will be back next time. And subscribe if you're new as well, obviously. And we'll be back next time for opening day against the San Diego Padres. I'll see what we can do in terms of some signings. I'll have a proper dig around our minor league and minors and see what we can unearth, if there's anything there that might be of use to us. And I'll sort of run you through what's happened when we come back for next episode. So until then, guys, I've been Aussie Villain. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Take care. So why did you just... for f***'s sake, moustache, just sit there. Just sit there and behave yourself. Randy Rivers, local sportscaster. So Aussie, what do you know about the Rockies, bro? So, bro, in the past, you have always worked with Bruce Crabb as... you f***ing moustache.